Advantage presented by Dr. Pepper. We're going to look ahead to next week for this one. Ohio State, Indiana. HD, where do you rank the shoe as tough places to play?
This is a tough one because this is a university and also a stadium with rich history. The only two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin.
Yep.
Right? You had a former teammate of mine, Michael Jenkins, play there. You talk about Chris Gamble, Eddie George, David Boston. But ironically, the times that we have been at Ohio State, it has not been loud. It has not been crazy. It has not been a deficiency for the opponent. So I'm not going to rank it high, but hopefully next week when you have an undefeated Indiana come in town, it'll be a lot better than what we've experienced in the past.
And that's a noon game, ain't it?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Might be tough. Okay, let's talk. The HD said that Indiana, obviously, they're undefeated. They have a bye this week. They have a week then to prepare for the biggest matchup. This is a lot. This means a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think they can get it done?
Indiana?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, is Ohio State the more talented team? Of course they are. They arguably have the most talented roster in all of college football. But we know that this Indiana team has the attitude of its head coach. They have a lot of guys on that roster that came up from JMU. Are they less talented? Yes. Do they play with so much fight? Yes. They have dominated almost all of their opponents. I think that this is a team that has an opportunity to meet the moment. And honestly, I actually think that they will meet the moment. We've seen Ohio State, especially offensively, fluctuate at times. Defensively, they sit back and try to play you. They don't put a lot of pressure on you. Curtis Rourke has an immense opportunity in front of him for a team that has already just won 10 games for the first time in school history. The just absolute shockwaves that he could send into college football if they're able to pull this one off, I think would be incredible, and honestly, I'd kind of like to see it happen.
So Indiana is also a team offensively that is well balanced, running the football, passing the football. If I'm Signetti, I'm looking at a lot of tape on what Oregon was able to be able to accomplish versus Ohio State. Who do I need to pick on in their secondary? But also, we can't forget about that defense, right? That defense of Indiana. So their balance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, and I'm looking forward to next week.
That'll be a very good one. There's Indiana fans here. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, there they are. Hoosier Daddy.
Hoosiers.
Love that. So if Indiana loses, let's say that they lose big to Ohio State, do you think that they should still be in the CFP conversation?
No. Because if you lose big to Ohio State, then no. You look at their schedule, right? They have no significant win when you talk about ranked opponents. So if you blow your only chance to get blown out by Ohio State, now let's just say it comes down to a nail-biter and they lose it like on the last-second field goal. Then there's consideration from that standpoint. But if you lose this by double digits, I would say 15-plus points, then no chance.
And I think this is going to be one of those cases, and this is not supposed to be a factor in the playoff selection committee's evaluation process. They're going to look at that logo, man. Let me tell you something. If Indiana loses that game by more than 2 scores, I think they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it'd be rough. It's rough for the teams that aren't historically in the top of the CFP in general. I feel like if you take an L, it's over for you, buddy. All right.